Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are going to make keto cookie dough, and this is my favorite cookie dough recipe. I have perfected it. It does not have any almond flour in it or any type of coconut flour, any flour, so there's no grainy taste to it, which I really love. It's a great fat bomb and it's super easy to make. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 6 tablespoons of cream cheese. You want to make sure you have the full fat cream cheese. And so I usually cut it into cubes just to make it mix down easier in the food processor. And you're going to want to soften your cream cheese ahead of time. If you are just coming home or your cream cheese is in the fridge when you want to do this recipe, then just put it in the microwave for about, 20 to 30 seconds just so it softens up a bit. So go ahead and put the cream cheese in your food processor. And then we're also going to use 3 tablespoons of softened butter. And same thing, just throw it in the microwave just to warm it up a little bit if you need to. See, even the baby is excited about this cream cheese, butter, fat bomb. So then the next ingredient we have is we're going to use 1/3 cup of keto, which is the monk fruit sweetener. So there's different types of sweeteners out there that you can choose, and many of them are erythritol based. I prefer the monk fruit from keto for 2 reasons. One is it doesn't have the icy feeling after you eat it, so you don't have this weird sensation after you consume it. Also, if you use like a straight monk fruit or straight stevia, then it doesn't have enough volume, and so you need to have like this monk fruit erythritol mix, or if you want to use just erythritol, you can do that. That's a 1-to-1 kind of ratio from regular sugar. The next thing we're going to put in here is we're going to put 6 tablespoons of almond butter. So I use Justin's almond butter. I think it's the best one. And so you want to make sure in your almond butter that you don't have any extra sweeteners in it. So you want to get just the almonds. So we're going to do 6 of these. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. All right, so we have in our food processor, we have the cream cheese that's softened, we have butter that's softened, almond butter, and sweetener. And so we're gonna take the lid, we're gonna put it on, and we're gonna turn the food processor on until it's smooth. As soon as you get it smooth, you're going to want to take your spatula and just push down the sides just to make sure you get as much of that cream cheese that's stuck on the sides mixed in. right, one more time. All right, and then once it seems like it's all mixed well together, you're going to transfer this to a mixing bowl. All right, now that it's transferred, this is when you're gonna wanna add your chocolate chips. So what I use is I use an entire bar of this Lindt 85% chocolate, and then I just chop it up. You can chop it in the food processor, you can chop it really easily with a knife, or you can get like Lily's no sweetener or no sugar chocolate chips if you want, but this is one I prefer. And so I put the chocolate chips in at the end, and then you just fold it into the mix from the food processor. If you like to have just chocolate without the chunks, but you still want the chocolate chip flavor, you can always put the chocolate into the food processor with the other ingredients, and then it will come out smooth. It's just not going to be quite the same as chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay, so once it's all incorporated, this is what the cookie dough looks like right now. And so this is all pretty much at room temperature. And so what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take a spoon. If you have an ice cream scooper, you could use that. Or I just use like a tablespoon spoon. And then just take it and you're gonna put it on some parchment paper in little dollops. And you can do whatever size it is you would like. Okay, and once you have put all of your cookie dough into little rounds on your parchment paper and in the tray, you're gonna put this in your freezer for about 30 minutes to an hour. They're gonna solidify, and at that point you can put them into a freezer bag, and then you can store them in the freezer. I like to eat them just straight out of the freezer. It takes just a minute or two to become, so you can bite into it very easily. You can also store it in the refrigerator. But once you put it into the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour, then it's easier so they don't stick together when you are storing them. If you plan to eat this whole thing all by yourself over the course of, a couple days, you don't have to put them into cookie dough bites. You can just have them in the bowl. But we will go ahead and put this in the freezer and then enjoy.